Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Votonomous, and today I'm gonna try to make this as short and sweet and simple as I possibly can make it. I'm gonna queue up into a game with bots, and I'm going to show you how I personally would buff Springtrap. So this is gonna be all about what I would change for Springtrap, what I can do to make him better, and I feel, really good but maybe controversial ideas. And we are going to move in swiftly, talking about his door first. So, okay, look. Here's how I'm going to change Springtrap's door. So, we all know, you use Springtrap's door, he gains undetectable, he travels to whatever door he wants to travel to. There's this thing on the door that, like, blinks on and off every time, you know, whenever Springtrap uses his doors, survivors just know, okay, he's coming through this door because it's blinking. So, here's what I would personally do, because unfortunately with this killer, there is a lot of pre-running that happens, okay? There is a lot of pre-running that happens. So, what I would do, I'd make two changes. And you have, one of these is definitive. One of these is definitive that you should give this killer. The other one is a choice. So, the first thing you need to do, and I feel like this is mandatory, when Springtrap goes through a door, he gains undetectable. Make his footsteps silent. The entire time that he's undetectable, make his footsteps silent. And I'd make that just a permanent thing that he has forever. And another permanent thing that he'd have forever. You have a choice here. I would either nix the idea of the door blinking, right? So survivors don't know he's coming through the door. Which some of you might think, that's messed up. I think that's terrible. Okay, if you don't want that to happen, then at the very least, Springtrap should get 5% haste when he exits the door. And the time that he has when he's undetectable and his foot stomps are silent, he has 5% haste. The amount of survivors will pre-run. Every time you use your door, survivors will pre-run. And it is almost impossible to catch up to them, especially if they have an exhaustion perk. So that is how I would change Springtrap's door traversal. Make his footsteps completely silent while he's undetectable, as well as either get rid of the notification on the door that he's coming through the door, or give him 5% haste. Choose one or the other for that. They're cooking the gens, so I'm going to go to K-Shack, because I need K-Shack for this example. So we're going to show, okay, he went in that door like a fucking dummy, but we're going to show this off real quick. Okay, hi. I thought I'd just stab you. Here's what I would do. So, I would make the cameras a necessity. Survivors need to use the cameras. I would make the cameras a complete necessity. And the way I would do that, a lot of people were saying, oh, well, over time, he should get undetectable permanently. Silly and stupid and meaningless. Here's what I would do. So, let's just say it's like a timer clock. Imagine this is like a Vecna situation from Stranger Things, or maybe a Cenobite, right? Timer goes down when a timer hits a certain, you know, like when it fulfills or whatever the hell. Springtrap gains this function, right? And during this event, where Springtrap is uber powerful because enough time passed or not enough people were looking at him through camera, however you want to do it. First of all, this might be controversial. I would make that at least 25% faster to aim. 25% faster, I would say, to aim the axe. The second thing I'd change, this radius, I'd make it 2 times bigger. And I'm saying, like, if it was 2 times bigger, it'd be enough to go here. It'd be enough to go here. And I'd also make it permanent. You know how this gets... See? It went bye-bye. I'd make it permanent. Now, you might be wondering, okay, well, what's that really going to do? You know what I would do? You know what I would do? If this aura is touching a window or touching a pallet, the entity blocks it. That's what I would do. Not only that, and you're gonna say that this sounds cracked, but not only that, I'd make recall time 2 seconds. See this? Throws it down. 1, 2. He can now pick it back up whenever he wants. 2 seconds. Just a 2-second cooldown. That's exactly what I'd do. Now, I know this sounds crazy. Now, I wouldn't say, like, I don't know about, like, 2 seconds when you're on a survivor, when the axe is on a survivor. But certainly when it's on the ground, 2 seconds. So, blocks pallets and windows, 2 times bigger radius, can recall within 2 seconds, 25% faster to aim. That's all I'm saying for that. If you want to give him even more, you could take away the killer instinct that he gets for when survivors go through the bubble and make it just 6 seconds of aura reveal. That's what I would do. I would make it a genuine consequence for not looking at him on the cameras or not using the cameras. I don't know if I'd have it be you need to look at him on the cameras and then this resets. You don't have to worry about him getting that ability. Or if it's like a timer thing that goes down. I don't know. Maybe it would be more so about kind of like a pinhead situation where somebody has to take care of the box. Somebody has to take care of the door and look at Springtrap so that he doesn't get that ability. That's what I think it should be. So that's what I would make everything I just said about Springtrap with his door. I would make that permanent. Just permanent. I think it should just be permanent. There's no, you don't gain anything from that. That is just base kit that can't be taken away. Either 5% haste or no notification on the door. And I would make his footsteps quiet. That is completely base kit. He just has that forever. I think it's very much needed. And then, like I said, see no bite situation. Somebody needs to go on the cams. If they don't go on the cams to reveal Springtrap, then he gets that ability with his axe, where 2 times radius for his aura, for the axe bubble thing, can block windows and pallets, 2-second recall time, and 25% faster to aim axe. That is 100% what he should be getting. You guys are thinking way too low with the undetectable. Oh, he gains undetectable. Oh boy. Oh, scary. Undetectable with his loud-ass footsteps? Hell no. Hell no. So that's what I would do to change Springtrap. What would I do for Survivor? I'm glad you asked. Let me show you. Okay. So here's what I would do for Survivor. And I bring this trailer up for a reason. Check this out. Survivor goes in the security room. In the security room. And checks cams. These survivors should not be sitting outside on the door itself to check cams. There should be a little animation that plays when they walk into the security room to go to the cams. Then they're at the cams. Or maybe you don't even have to have an animation. You could just have them going through the door like they typically would when they want to teleport. Then boom, you're in the cams. And then if you want to teleport, then the animation starts playing. Sure. But you're in the camera room. You're in the security room when you're going through the cameras. That is a must. It's literally in this trailer. I have zero idea why they decided, nah, we're not going to do that. Because obviously, the reason why I say this is so that Springtrap has an easier time actually finding a survivor in the cams. So that he could use that portion of his ability. And then what I would say is, if Springtrap does pick a survivor out of a door, and he has his extra ability, his like main event, whatever you want to call it, showtime, who fucking knows? When he has that ability, if he picks out a survivor from the security rooms, I would then say it's gone. That's what I would do. I would say the power completely resets as if he got revealed, so that it's a lot more fair. But I really don't know why. I really don't. They literally have it in the trailer that the survivor is in the security room. And they did not do that for the actual gameplay. So very, very easy fix that I would do there. And that is pretty, like, as far as his power goes, that is pretty much everything that I would do for that. Now, as far, let me just make sure I'm good here. As far as his add-ons go, there are a few add-ons that I would actually touch up a bit. Iridescent Remnant is ridiculous. For an iridescent, this is ridiculous. When you start moving to a security door, upright pallets within 32 meters of the destination door are blocked for 12 seconds. Now, this needs to change to when Springtrap actually exits the door. Not when he's moving to it. Because this is a dead giveaway. 12 seconds just isn't enough. Because you're going through that security door. That security door takes like 2 or 3 seconds to go through. So you're only actually benefiting like 9 seconds out of this add-on. And it's a dead giveaway. People just know, like, okay, that pallet has been blocked. I don't know how many people use this add-on, so maybe it would actually catch people off guard. They'd be kind of confused, maybe, because I don't think people really use this add-on. But I would just change it so that it only activates the second Springtrap walks through the door. Like, and not when he's moving to the location. That's ridiculous. So I would change that completely. And then what I would say, honestly, I would just change Freddy's hat. I don't think really much of these add-ons need changing. I would change Freddy's hat. I think Freddy's hat is just stupid. It's ridiculous. I know there's probably some people out there that are like, but I like Freddy's hats, and I think it's really good. I think it's just silly and stupid and meaningless. If I could, I would change it. And what I would change it to, honestly, I would change it to, maybe it takes like an extra 3 seconds to reveal Springtrap on the cameras, right? Something to make it harder for survivors to actually use the cameras. That's what I would do, because there's no add-on that he actually has that makes it hard for survivors to use the cameras. There's just nothing. So that's what I would make an add-on for making it harder to reveal Springtrap on cams. By the way, I don't even know if you know this, but Springtrap can actually throw his axe at a door and the door will break and you can't use the cameras. I just realized, because I forgot that was a mechanic. That would actually be useful. If like if we changed Springtrap to what I'm saying he should be changed to. So I think all around, he would be a lot more fun that way. Because, and yeah, I really have come to the conclusion that it should be a Cenobite situation where, like, somebody's in the camera rooms, they reveal Springtrap, the clock resets, right? Kind of like the box. If you do the box, before the you know, it activates, then it doesn't happen, right? So that's what I think it should be for Springtrap. It would make the Survivor gameplay loop a lot more fun because the cameras are meaningful. It would make Springtrap a lot more fun because picking survivors out of doors will be more frequent, way more frequent. So that part of his ability will actually be used. You might even consider using, especially if you have your, like, I don't know what we'd call it, the Showtime event, whatever, with his 2-second recall of axe. You might actually be interested in throwing your axe at the door. You know, if you're able to do it and you think you can, you might actually be interested in doing that to try to keep your showtime for as long as you possibly can. So there's just things about Springtrap mechanically that he has that it's just pointless. It just never gets used. And I think that is the way I would change it to make everything better. Again, as far as add-ons go, maybe like there is one, increase its area effect radius to 250% for over 3 seconds. This would kind of be pointless because this is for the axe aura effect radius. This would kind of be pointless at this point. So you could change this again to maybe another camera related thing, because Springtrap having at least 2 camera-related things. Maybe you could change a brown add-on to a camera-related thing. Maybe something can change to be more camera-oriented for the very rares and the. But again, I would change Freddy's hat, so that we already have that idea. You could change Party Hat. As far as this goes, you could change one of these brown add-ons. Probably something that's kind of stupid. Maybe the axe areas of effect. by 100%. Maybe you could change that to something camera related. You could probably even change access panel to something more camera related, you know. So that's what I would do. So that's gonna be it for this. I just really wanted to come on here and I wanted to say how I would, because I know I had like a couple of videos talking about Springtrap and how just really unbearable he is. So once again, just to go over it one last time, doors for Springtrap, give him silent footsteps, and either give him 5% haste or get rid of the door notification thingy completely. As far as survivors needing to use the cameras, showtime event for Springtrap, axe 25% faster to aim it, when thrown, radius of axe aura is 2 times bigger. If you throw it at a window or a pallet, gets blocked by the entity. I know, there's probably so many people that don't like that. And then the 2-second cooldown to retrieve your axe. That is all the important things for Springtrap. Survivors need to use cameras when they reveal Springtrap. The timer for his showtime event goes down, and it basically resets like Cenobite. And that's exactly what I would do. Survivors are inside of the cameras, inside the security room, so that they could get picked off by Springtrap easier. Springtrap picks off the survivor. If he's in showtime mode, that goes bye-bye, because he picked off a survivor. If I could, and I'll say this too, this is not going to happen, but this is like dream scenario, where if a survivor's in the security room looking at the cameras or whatever, and Springtrap catches them, if they're on second stage, it would have been really neat if he just Moris them in the security, like if there was a special security room thing, like maybe he puts on like a Freddy Fazbear hat or like a Bonnie mask or something on the survivor, and then it just like kills them that way. Like there's stuff in it that shreds them. Like, I think that'd be really cool, but that's probably not gonna happen. So I mentioned that as like a passing idea, but they would not make a brand new animation for Springtrap for like a second Mori for that. But I think that would be really cool too. But yeah, that is exactly what I do. Change this to where this just activates when he exits the door instead of when he's moving to a door, because Jesus Christ, that's stupid. Change this to making it longer to reveal Springtrap on cameras. You could change this to something camera related. You could change this to something camera related as well. And you could even change access panel to a more camera oriented thing as well if you really want to. So yeah, that is exactly what I do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. How would you change Springtrap? I've seen a lot of people talk about it, and I'm just like, some people underpower what they should add to him, and I think like undetectable for a long period of time is just stupid, because it's meaningless. He's so loud when he's walking around, it's just pointless. I'm thinking bigger, I'm thinking grander, I'm thinking something that would actually help him. I'm thinking something that would actually help survivors have a more fun time in the cameras. And it would just be scary overall, because if you're in the security rooms, you don't know if he's coming to get you. You know what I mean? Like, it could be a really, really fun and spooky time. And that is exactly what I do to change him. So, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Like the video, and yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Peace out.